Hi, my name is William Love. I'm with the law firm of Esquire Love, and today we're looking at AI and copyright, very specifically copyright registration guidance done by the Copyright Office of the Library of Congress. Now, this was recently published as of today. If you take a look, here's a citation for people who really want to know. It's 37 CFR 202, and here's all the document numbers and everything. This is clarification by the Copyright Office of the Library of Congress about how examiners are supposed to actually be analyzing AI and applying copyright. And it has some really great gold nuggets in it. Number one, it takes a look at copyright overall. Number two, it takes a look at how AI impacts copyrighted works and basically how deep a copyright can be. And number three, it explains the role of human authorship. And really great takeaways out of this. There's a nugget of prompts. They can be copyrighted. So that's something that you should think about as well. But let's go through this for a second here. It goes through a basic understanding of what AI is and how this is not a hypothetical question that AI is hitting the Copyright Office. It goes through and provides citations as to the current cases involved, which is really valuable for people who want to know how to do a further interpretation. But apart from that, it also reviews the human authorship requirement that's out there. And it basically talks about the leading case on authorship. The Supreme Court case, which is Burroughs-Giles Lithograph Co., which talks about a photograph and explains whether it's actually copyrighted or not. It also goes through Ninth Circuit opinions, and it goes through other types of editions of the copyrighted practices that are out there. It basically boils down to that there does have to be an element of human authorship. In AI, what is interesting about this, it usually has to do with the precision and control that you can have over the AI. There's a difference between, say, Adobe Photoshop, where you can precisely control the AI so it does very specific things, and therefore it's more of a tool, versus how it distinguishes certain types of generative AI that's out there, which are you have instructions, which again may or may not be able to be copyrighted, depending upon how unique those are. But you have instructions which are sent off to an AI. And the real question is the AI doing the work or is the human doing the work? And what I mean by that is that do those instructions, are they merely guidance for the AI? Or do they actually have some precision and control? And that's what it boils down to. Where if you do those instructions and those instructions make not really as much of an impact as the training or some other issues that are out there, it won't be copyrightable in the same way. Now, certain elements of that could be copyrightable, such as there's the case about comics and books and things like that. And the question is that what elements of those comics or those works of authorship is copyrightable? Is it the framing? Is it the setup of that? Is it elements of style within it? Or is it the actual what is generated by AI? And that similar sort of analysis goes into the AI as well in terms of what elements are actually controllable by humans. And that is actually what is allowed. It goes through and talks about, say, Adobe Photoshop here. Adobe got in the Copyright Office's work. That's great for them. In each case, what matters is the extent to which human had creative control over the work's expression and actually formed the traditional elements of authorship. And that's how people who actually make these AI tools should want to have a human in the loop component to that AI where it actually makes a difference what a human says. Now, I'll point out here, and going back a little bit, and this is obviously my commentary, but if there is that component of, say, prompt engineering that's out there, which could be copyrightable, as well as if you do a human in the loop, which may produce copyrightable sort of products out of it, which I see through this opinion, there is a path forward for that. There is always a question about infringement because the question then becomes how much of a percentage of what is coming out is produced by the human who should be producing it and what is produced by other humans who actually train it. And I still see that at issue. But apart from that, let's go through this a little bit more. It goes through the guidance for copyright applicants, right? it's still similar to what it was, which obviously standardization and consistency is a hallmark usually of the US court system and also the Copyright Office, hopefully. You use the standard application, you identify authors, you have it so that you don't list AI or technology or the company that provided it as author or co-author, which is an interesting move. And then there's a question about whether something is de minimis or such a small amount that it makes no difference in a way, and whether that should be excluded from the application. There's a general statement that can be put in there as well. And if you take a look here, in some cases, the use of an AI tool will not raise questions about human authorship. And the office will explain that nothing needs to be disclaimed on the application. And that's a very interesting observation about what will and will not raise questions of human authorship. So, there is a part here which allows you to correct a previously submitted or pending application as well. And that actually allows you to have it so that the registration remains effective. And I would look through this very carefully if you've actually submitted something else to see whether you can actually correct it or not. But there are some bold steps here that the office has taken as the AI technology. And to re-sum this up, to make this a simple and more clear and precise statement that's out of it. If you read this opinion and if you talk to an attorney, there's a very good chance that you can have a path forward with your AI and the products that you are developing. So hopefully that's helpful. I'll try to put the links up as well to this, and we'll have more information on copyright and AI going forward and about how you would structure, say, terms of use or terms of service, privacy policies, and things like that. Have a great day.